Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, where so far we are 4 wins in, right? Out of 10 today, and I went through the different events here, and as I mentioned in the previous video, I'll do probably jump in the next rotation. I don't know if I'll be streaming it, because in the next rotation I have probably had my fill of streaming Magic for some time, and I wanted to continue Deus Ex. I want to continue XCOM Apocalypse. Probably want to start something new and something reasonably short so I can just get some good stuff in and done, that sort of stuff. But as far as I could see, unless I want to pay 10,000 to enter this stuff, I need to do quick draft Baldur's Gate. That's 5,000. It's not, the most cheap. 2,500 is the cheapest. There's a bunch of those, but it has this. I want to get. Sorry, oh god, I'm a moron. It has this here. This bronze rank icon on the next to the word quick. So that's the thing, just behind my webcam there, because I want to get something into my limited rank thing. So that's that. Select one card at a time from rotating draft packs. These cards will be added to your collection, and you'll use them plus basic lands to build a 40-card deck. Play games and receive prizes based on how many games you win. And even 0 wins does give 1 pack and 50 gems. Mind you, it's 5,000 money, so it's not exactly a lot of money, but I feel like it might be interesting to try at least once. And even like 50 gems, it's obviously not a lot of gems, but you can't just buy gems with coins in any meaning, like in any actual way. It's like a premium currency in real life, like money. So thus far, I've never bought gems in any real life money, only through daily deals, and that's that. So that's how I have my 1,200 right now. And I have never ever in my life played any draft of any kind. None of these events, apart from the midweek Future Alchemy thing, where I could just like build a freeform 60-card deck and play Alchemy, just with half of the current Alchemy cards gone, but none of the new ones in. So, and like one win gave one at least rare. The second win gave another at least rare card, and the third win gave a random cosmetic thing. I got a card like a full art of something. Okay, draft against AI. Right, so it is against AI. Okay, no waiting, no pick timers. I don't know, but I'm under the impression the AI is really, really, really hard. So it doesn't mean you'll win. It's not a bot match in the sense of training. It's like extraordinarily difficult, probably. White, blue, flicker your creatures, produce triggers. White, black, control the battlefield and sneak in creatures. Deal damage. White, red, the real treasure will be treasure you make along the way. Red, green, dragons. Red, white, the best offense is good defense. Gain life so you can lower theirs. White, black, earn bonuses every time your creatures leave the battlefield. Blue, red, more dragons. Black, green, what's dead may never die but may live again. White, red, prepare for trouble. Use the new double team mechanic to cast creatures with the same name. Blue, green, even more dragons. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Even if I lose every game, I get something, so mind focusing on this. I don't know if these wins count toward the daily wins, since they are against an AI. We'll see. But I'm still curious to try, and at least I get the limited rank thing somewhere, so. Again, I've never done any draft ever. I don't really know what to... Okay, but I'm really already kind of lost here what to even think of. Equipped creature has flying and haste. Cloak of the Bat, at least it's all colors, right? Do I... How many do I choose from this, though? Is or if... Oh, I choose one per, and then the AI chooses one, right? Shadowheart, Sharon, Cleric. Death Touch, specialized to activate 13 life or less. At the beginning of your end step, Shadowheart turns 1 damage to each player. Death Touch, Life Link, and step Shadowheart does 1 damage to each player. Right. Well, if I get healing going, that is surely something. Well, people do use it, so maybe it's useful somehow. Okay, that's my pick then, yeah? And I only pick one. Yeah. Okay, I'll take the rare. I don't know if it's the safest. It's my first time. I don't know. I might be a moron. Okay. Legendary Elf Cleric. Exile target card from a graveyard. 2 and 3. When this creature specializes, conjure a duplicate of target creature card exiled with this creature into your hand. The duplicate perpetual gains you may spend mana, and when this creature enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Maybe. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Viconia. I mean, and Viconia is, I mean, I know her from Baldur's Gate. That's something, right? Craving of Yi Nogu. Emerald Dragon. I've always been really bad at assessing the adventure cards, like, value. Minimus Containment. You're ambushed on the road. Retreat. Stand and fight. Soul Knife Spy. Combat damage to a player. Draw a card. Target creature or planeswalker. Treasure token. It's a little expensive, I suppose, but... When dueling Rapier enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. The creature... Rabble Rouser. Named... Circle of the Moon Druid, a bear form. As long as it's your turn, Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness of 4 and 2. All other creature types. Poison the Blade. Target creature gains death touch until the end of turn. Draw a card. Pilgrim's Eye enters the battlefield. You may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Spiked Pit Trap. Yeah, this was in the other one too. That's a lot of mana for that damage, though. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know if this makes any sense to grab, but... Okay, so I'm probably gonna do 2 colors, right? The Soul Knife Spy does sound decent if I just can get it through, you know? You're ambushed on the road is, like, at least it's useful in all places. So is kind of Minimus Containment, although it could be a lot more useful than that. Dueling Rapier into the battlefield as a target creature you control. Maybe. Or maybe Rabble Rouser. Black and red, and just go Rabble Rouser, maybe? Although, I think I might be wrong, but Viconia, let's go Viconia, right? At least I know her from Baldur's Gate. I'm a moron, so let's try something, and it might be fun. I'm really confused, like, how, like, why this... But, well, maybe it'll somehow come to me one day. Alright, Rasad, Monk of Selûne. Specialized 5. Exile target creature an opponent controls. When this creature specializes, target creature card exile with this creature perpetually loses all abilities in the space power and toughness 1/1. I always wondered, like, this doesn't seem that, like it's so, like, it has the brutal Cathar ability, I suppose, but still, I don't know. Okay, that's not terrible, but let's see. Counter spell. Controller draws a card and you draw a card, right? Blessed Hippogriff gains indestructible until the end of turn. If attack, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until the end of turn. Yeah, maybe. Soldiers of the Watch. It does add stuff to my hand. That's something. Whirlwind. When air cult elemental enters the battlefield, return up to one target creature to its owner's hand. Me or them. A little expensive though. 6 mana. Yikes. Blur. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Yeah, it's a flicker. And then draw a card. Maybe. Shocking Grasp. Target creature gains -2, -0 until the end of turn. Draw a card. Okay. Summon Undead. You may mill 3 cards and return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh. There's something in there. It's a little expensive, but it's not, I like the idea. You come to the Null Camp. Up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn or fend them off. Target creature gets +3/+1 until the end of turn. Circle of the Land Druid. When Circle of the Land Druid enters the battlefield, you may mill 4 cards. When Circle of the Land Druid dies, return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. I don't know. You would need to get lucky to get the land card milled into the graveyard first. Since naturally I don't get a lot of land cards into the graveyard, unless they count the odd... yeah, but this is only basic lands in draft, right? I think it's usually basic lands, at least, unless you find the other ones. Inspiring Bard. Enters the battlefield, choose 1. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn, or you gain 3 life. Touch expensive, but still, that's not horrible. Line up the shot. Choose 1. Either conjure a card named Plummet into your hand, conjure a card named Naturalize into your hand, or draw a card. Destroys target with flying. You got an artifact or enchantment. It has the problem that it does tell the enemy which one you pulled in, though. It doesn't always matter, I suppose. It's, it's a situational thing. I'm tempted by the double team of Soldiers of the Watch. I'm also tempted by you line up the shot. And I'm tempted by Rasaad, Monk of Selûne, because, it has a tiny bit of control in it, I do, yeah. Maybe Rasaad is the answer I'm looking for here. I might be a moron, I probably am, but I'm trying stuff, Okay. I hope I'm, I don't know if I'm doing, right, are there other choices I could do? I have no idea. When Meteor Golem enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Yeah, this is the one. I actually have a full art of this, but it's just different. It's for the different look. Here's something on the watch. Creatures you control get +1/+1. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. Yeah, maybe. Hypnotic Pattern. Target creature perpetual gains -2, -0, and target creature gets -2, -0 until the end of turn. Alright. Nefarious Imp. Flying. Whenever 1 or more permanents you control leave the battlefield, scry 1. Vampire Spawn. Enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Another Dueling Rapier. Improvised Weaponry. Deals 2 damage to any target with a treasure token. Unexpected Allies. Oh, I have the full art of this one, though. Target non-token creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains double team until the end of turn. It also gains first strike until the end of turn if it has the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard. I do like that, though. But I guess I went wide already. Scaled Nurturer, add green when you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, gain 2 life. Dread Linorm. Right. For 2 blossom counters on target creature and untap it, it gains hexproof until the end of turn. Dread Linorm can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or less. That's a cool look, though. Don't know if I have that yet. Okay, if I go... I think I should do black-white, because otherwise it gets probably quite dangerous unless it's really, really, really sensible. And the colorless Meteor Golem is really expensive. Lala! Is happy birthday? Yes, do I have today wrong? You're slightly wrong. My birthday is the 30th. It's on a few days still. There will be a birthday stream, though. I actually... Are you on the Discord? Because if you're not on the Discord, I don't remember for the HOTS. Give me a minute. It should be. Okay, you are, because I don't, off the top of my head, remember the people. Like, it's not a big Discord, but just in case. Yeah, I did mention that I'm gonna do a birthday stream on. I think I went for the 31st. But if something bad happens, like I'm ill or anything, I'll keep bumping it forward by 1 day until it happens. So there will be a birthday stream. Something similar to the previous years, but slightly different. Like, the games might be something familiar, something new. I might have some of the fun goals I had in the previous ones, something along those lines, because it's fun to do, you know? And I like doing some cool and fun retro games while I do stuff, and, you know... I've done a bunch of Magic the Gathering in the previous days, so I'm really happy to eventually, in a few days, play something else as well. Because I have a goal with Magic the Gathering to try and do, try and get, right on. Yeah. I hope it's gonna be good. It's probably gonna be a smaller stream than in the previous years, because essentially, I streamed a bunch less in, like, the earlier summer, and some of the people I knew have stopped streaming still since then, like since last year. So I probably will get less raids. And I kind of lost contact with at least one streamer since then, so that's a thing. And all that kind of stuff. So it's probably going to be less viewers than before, but you never know. It's still probably going to be fun. Like, it's going to be a fun time just because retro games, I imagine a couple of the goals will be, like, met, like, 1 or 2, like, raids or follows or something, right? Maybe 1 bits thing, who knows? And, you know, it's just, it has always thus far been my funnest stream for me every time of the year, because I pick games I really enjoy playing through, like retro games I liked as a kid, or at least played as a kid, and it's like, just feels fun to do, you know? That's... Retro games are a big pull. They are. Sometimes. It depends on the game, I guess, but most importantly, it's really important that I find them fun to play, and that's really, really big, because I sometimes end up playing stuff that kind of bores me, and it kind of shows. So it's a touch and go. Magic is really interesting. Like, this is really, like, I sometimes get a few follows from this more than I get from the other games, but then sometimes it's really dead as well. So it's kind of a really up and down game, I find, but it's still usually in the might as well try camp of streaming games, so... But how have you been doing? How have you been doing? Has life treated you well? Has it been fun? Has life been fun? And how is the things and things? Yes. And I mean, I'm really, like, bummed out that, like, I mean, they choose what they want to choose, but I really miss people like the people we both probably at least followed at some point, like Alice and Sword. I don't think they stream anymore, and I'm really, like, because they were so fun to watch in ways I'm not. So it's like, I was really, like, into watching them, and then now they don't stream anymore, and I'm like, but they're fun. Yeah, you know. But yeah, how has life been? But, like, they obviously have something more fun to do, and that's not like in any way, like, I don't know why I even care. I speak weird things. I have no idea why I brought it up. I don't know. But how? Yes, how has life been? Uh, bu- 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 bu. Vampire Spawn is probably a really safe bet, though. Especially because I need to do something for the Shadow Heart, right? Yeah, let's do that. I need creatures anyway, right? I I've never run draft. I have no idea if this is a good idea. Okay. I have no idea how this all happens. Like pack 1, but I feel like pack 1 didn't have these cards. I'm really confused by how this works. Cradle of Baldur's Gate. I haven't heard of that one. I've played through both games though, 1 and 2. Maybe it's in 3. And I haven't played through Throne of Ball though. That's fair. Nor didn't the first one have a DLC as an expansion set as well, like Tales from the Sword Coast or something? I don't know. Okay. Attach the target creature control, having good perpetually gains intelligent creature gets right. Armor of Shadows. Until the end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 gains indestructible. Grey Slod. Mill 4 cards, and as long as there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, Grey Slod is Menace and Death Touch. That might be good. Iron Golem. Attacks or blocks each combat if able. 4 mana, 5/3. I don't know. Inspiring Bard again. Arcane Archery. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains reach and trample until the end of turn. Get a boon with when you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, reach counter, and trample counter. This is actually, I kind of like it, but black and white would be really good to try and go on with still. Gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap that creature. It gains haste until the end of turn. It perpetually gains this creature attacks each combat if able. Man, I feel like this is going to go really badly. I probably made some really terrible choices. So Armor of Shadows or Grey Slod. Or Iron Golem, I suppose, but... So far they are all creatures, I suppose. Let's do Armor of Shadows. I feel like I might do like a block, you know, thing. I don't know. Thieves' Tools enters the token. Equip creature can't be blocked as long as it's power 3 or less. That might be fun. I've had that before. Grim Wanderer. Tragic backstory. Cast a spell only if a creature died this turn. Yeah, sure, why not? Maybe. Gate of the Black Dragon. Gate of the Black Dragon enters the battlefield tapped. Seek a non-land card. Activate only once. Yeah, let's do that. Why not, right? Plus, the has protection from demons and from devils. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, it perpetually... Life has been going alright. Kiddo's back in school. School mode 8th grade this year, since she has been enjoying being out of the house, seeing her friends and all. Okay, cool. Good to hear. Accomplished potty training with the youngest, which is hard as hell to do, is a big turd about. Well, I'm glad it was accomplished. Accomplished is good. Not enjoying the early morning schedule, but the routine of kiddo being in school helps me manage my days better. You know, migraine's been hacking it badly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about the migraines. though. One of the like I used to date this one lady a number of years ago that had really bad migraines. Like I didn't understand like how bad migraines can be until I watched how she was like suffering with it. Like I really gained a level of appreciation to people who live life and have migraines. Like I'm under the impression that I have like very a tiny step toward migraines and my headaches, but nothing like actual migraines. Because my dad has like a tiny bit of migraine headaches, and I think I got that from him as well, but like the person I'm talking about is like she had migraines so bad that she had to stay in bed with like a ice pack to her head and eat her pills and still just ice pack to head, stay in bed, be still, breathe, try to listen to something calming, and just hurts so bad and can't do anything for most days. Like from the 14 days, she had that really badly, depending from how it was going, anything between 7 and 11 days of 14 days was mostly that. It was quite bad. And I was like, man, it's okay. I've been trying to manage, but some days are better than others. Yeah, of course, yeah. And I have like chronic pain of my own, like nerve pain, so I can appreciate like some days are better, some days are not that. But we all try to move forward, you know. Definitely all kinds of different levels of headaches and migraines. Yeah, ice pack, no light, no sound. Everything makes you nauseous. Can't keep food down. Your equilibrium is all wonky, so falls happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a rough time for sure. And hats off to managing through that. Sometimes bad days, sometimes good days. But at least I'm glad that, you know, stuff has been successed. You know, that's always good, right? I kind of like the black land though. I feel like that might be a good idea. Or it might be a bad idea, but at least we're going places, right? It's either the Grim Wanderer or the Gate of the Black Dragon. I kind of and I like a different land card. Yeah, it might be a mistake, but ooh, another Grim Wanderer and Baleful Beholder. Enter the battlefield, choose one. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment or creatures you control gain menace until the end of turn. I kind of like that. Baleful Beholder is really cool. It's costly, but I like it. You know. Or Ranger Squadron flying double team. That's also nice. Valiant Farewell, +2/+0 until the end of turn. Creature leaves the battlefield this turn and get a boon with whenever you cast an next creature spell, it gets +2/+0, draw a card. Prophetic Prism enters the battlefield, draw a card, add 1 mana of any color. Wait. Use 1 mana to add 1 mana of any color. That's weird. I mean, if you have like 3 different colors, sure, but Uh, I am missing kind of in white cards, but Baleful Beholder would be like my big hitter, you know? I really want that. Yeah, let's do that. Demogorgon's Clutches. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards. Yo, yeah. It's an AI opponent. I can use discard card mechanics. It's fine. Let's do that. I like it. Cloak of the Bat or you're ambushed on the road. I think ambushed on the road is pretty good. I need something white anyway. And making some fun block choices might work out for me. Blackout Curtains, the good ones, and I have a Rice Socks to heat up, and the pressure helps a ton, because the face masks for eyes always hurt so bad. Yeah. Sorry to hear your friend and dad deal with them so badly too. It's definitely not something I'd wish on them. Yeah, like, I may have one enemy I might maybe consider with, but that's a very specific enemy. Like, that enemy tried to basically to make a really short story short, I have one enemy that tried to drive me to not existing anymore. Like, very, 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 like, but that's one very specific, like, beyond that, yeah. That is just, people should not have to live with the really bad ones. It's, at least Dad isn't that bad. It's just, like, it has some, but, yeah. Not great. Let's do another one of the ambushed on the roads. Okay, and now I have to do... So, red or blue then, or green? The Inspiring Bard, maybe, I suppose. As long as I don't have to do a lot of one. Like, Dream Fracture isn't great because it needs 2 blue. Like, that's the one I really can't probably do. -2, -0, draw a card. Yeah, maybe. 2 target creatures can't block this turn. This could be useful, though. To do a block change, you know? And there seems to be a decent amount of red going on. Or the Inspiring Bard, there is that. And I need strong people still. Ooh, good choice, because now I can get Dread Lenorm. Yes! I think that's the good one. I hope. The rice socks you can freeze or heat up, actually. Sometimes the alternating helps a lot. You can gauge how much rice to put in there due to what pressure amount you need on your head, eyes, and sinus areas. Okay, yeah, that does make sense for sure. Does make sense. But, like, I'm glad that, like, for every... Like, I'm glad for every, you know, like, I'm glad for every, you know, solution that... Well, solution, but, like, a helping thing that, you know, we find for these things. Another Inspiring Bard. And Thieves' Tools. Okay, yeah, that's not a terrible overall thing. Oh, we got then here. Why? Okay. Gorion, I'm really not into... Like, that's 5 colors. That's not super good, I think. Well, I mean, I suppose, like, how many adventures do I have? 1. That's very specific, isn't it? Jade Orb of Dragonkind, Drider. Whenever Drider deals combat appears a player, create a 2/1 black spider creature looking with Venison Reach. That's actually not terrible. I use like the tube socks. You can wrap it around the side of your head. It feels nice. The ice packs always feel clunky like a rock. Ah, yeah, I haven't tried the ice packs for stuff in like 20 years, so I don't remember, but I can imagine. Like, I usually heat up the stuff I need to, so for, yeah. Like, when I had, like, stomach pains and such, I sometimes, used like heat up both rice packs and the heat up like gel packs, or the gel packs one heats up or freezes, either or. Navigation Orb, set your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or gate cards. Reveal those cards, put one of them battlefield, tap and the other in your hand, then shuffle. Actually, this, because I do need land now, because land is gonna be a problem for me if I don't get something from somewhere. The Navigation Orb might be good. Chain Devil. Each player sacrifices a non-token creature. Villain Slayer. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really do blue. That would be a problem. Gnoll Hunter. Pack Tactics. If you attack with creature with auto power, stick row, get a stall combat +1/+1 counter on Gnoll Hunter. I think Navigation Orb is really the one I need. It's either that or Drider, because at 1 mana of any color, when you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, enters the battlefield, mention a spell from bottom counter and against hexproof until the end of turn. Like, this would be nice, but I need actually more mana to cast the dragon instead of counter, so Navigation Orb, I think. Ooh. Shambling Ghast is a pretty good one. Blessed Hippogriff is probably not terrible either. Lantern of Revealing, at 1 mana of any color. Look at the top card of your library's Lance card. You may put it into the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the card into the battlefield, you may put it on the bottom of your library. Mm-hmm. Minthara of the Absolute. Legendary Elf Cleric, starting intensity 0. Creatures you control get +X+0, where X is Minthara of the Absolute's intensity. Whenever one or more permanents you control leave the battlefield, perpetually increase Minthara's intensity and the intensity of cards named Minthara of the Absolute in your hand, library, and graveyard by 1. This ability triggers only once each turn. Hmm. Yeah, gel packs. Yeah, I bought those from a pharmacy a number of years ago. They've been useful for stuff for sure. Both for me and then I, have had either like I have a girlfriend who might need them, or I have had like previous friends who visited who might need them, that sort of stuff. They are useful for sure. I'm trying to think, how do I utilize Minthara of the Absolute? Because I don't, like, unless I lose them in combat, it, like... Well, there is that. There is that, isn't it? Yeah, let's take it. It sounds like it could be fun. Another Baleful Beholder, that might be a little... I don't know. Well, I mean, I have a pretty good set of stuff here. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Are there any stuff that, like, whenever it enters the battlefield? I guess, but creature, right? Yeah. Well, there's that, but it's not super helpful, is it? Vampire Spawn. That might be useful with it, though. And Inspiring Bard as well. Yeah, maybe. Beginning of your end step, if permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn with a 1/1 white Pegasus creature token with flying. It's a little expensive put on the thing, but yeah, maybe. When Flaming Dust card enters the battlefield, you get a boon with when you cast your next creature spell at 1/0. Devoted Paladin, Orc Knight, Beacon of Hope. When Devoted Paladin enters the battlefield, creatures you control will bottom +1 and gain Vigilance until the end of the turn. That's pretty fun. When Hook Horror dies, it perpetually gets -1/-1. Then if that card's toughness is 1 or greater, return to the battlefield under its owner's control. Really? Interesting. Oh, well, let's grab a Pegasus, I suppose. What's the worst that can happen? I have one Beholder anyway, and I might need, a flying Pegasus to get stuff through. Who knows? Brrr. Oh, Sarevok the Usurper. Wow. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X+0 until the end of the turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Yeah, that probably is what I want to grab. Dawnbringer Cleric is a Devoted Paladin. Guardian Naga. Exiled out of his hand. As long as it's your turn, prevent all damage that will be dealt to Guardian Naga. That is pretty good though. Still. Sarevok, it just sounds strong. I want. Icewind Stalwart. When Icewind Stalwart enters the battlefield. Good for neck pain too, like a neck wrap. Yeah, absolutely. When Icewind Stalwart enters the battlefield, exile up to... I'm doing like a quick draft. Lala. I've never done any draft in any Magic ever, so I'm trying stuff and just trying to see if I manage to get a win. I have no idea if it'll happen. Exile up to one target non-warrior creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. Maybe. Additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards and create a token. Deadly Dispute actually is really good though. Yes. That is probably what I want to do. Ooh. Now that's choice. You may mill 3 cards and return up to 2 creature and or land cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's probably a good idea. Underdark Basilisk, Death Touch 1/2. That's also pretty good. Target creature you control gets +0. When that creature leaves the battlefield this turn, you get a boon with when you cast your next creature spell, it virtually gets +2/+0. Right. Pretty cool. I don't have a lot of healing people, but Celestial Unicorn there's a fun in that, but yeah, I don't really have a good combo with it. One, two, three, 4 white, and 1, 2 green. Do I want to add more white to make it more closer to a 2, or just make it a total 3 and then just see what happens with it? I feel like Druidic Ritual is one I want to get. I don't know if it's the right call, though. I'll add white in the next one. Because I probably should. Because I need to add both green and white anyway. I'm really deep into black, and I need to do something else than that. And actually, Ranger Squadron is pretty good. And Valiant Farewell as well. Because Double Team Flyer is quite fun. Although Valiant Farewell is more useful, because 2 white is really difficult to get now. I think Valiant Farewell is what I need to do. It's like, but I do kind of need more creatures, actually. I have way too many non-creatures now. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, I missed your comment. There might be a delay, but like, look at this. I need actually more creatures no matter what happens. The usual setting is that you should probably have just about a set of, like, the mana average is kind of in the ballpark of usable, maybe. Like, it's a little expensive, but it's doable. But I need to have roughly double the amount of creatures than non-creatures, I think. It can be done with less, but we should take the creature, and the Ranger Squadron is probably one of the better options that I can try to go with. 5-4-1-1. Yeah, maybe. I guess I get to do more of black and just do Shambling Ghast instead, but... The problem with Ranger Squadron is it's really gonna be difficult to cast. Having 2 planes is gonna be a problem when I have probably not very many planes. I guess I just have to hope I have enough treasure mana and such. Yeah, and I actually don't have a lot of small... I actually do need to be black more. My magic ability is limited, but the list on the right here looks like there's not a lot of cheap creatures to start with yet. And I need something on the field to get stuff like to block things when things get rough, you know? And I need a treasure token from it when it dies. Oh, hello. Manticore, flash flying tail spikes. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. That's fun. Nefarious Imp, when one or more permanents you control leave the battlefield, scry 1. And Underdark Basilisk of Death Touch. And that would balance the green into 5. So 5, 11, 5. It's not horrible, I think. Maybe. A basic death touch stuff is usually not a horrible thing to have in the field. And I need creatures still. Not many, but like the ones I can choose. Okay. Gnoll Hunter, Thieves' Tools, or you're ambushed on the road. I think it's gonna be like 16-ish land, right? I forget how many, but something along that. Yeah. So 24 cards total, so I do probably need to do creatures. Not like the most useful card, but maybe. Another Gnoll Hunter or Lantern of Revealing. Although this is the last card I get, though. But it is a card that gives me any color, though. Maybe. And since I'm kind of all over the place, any color mana is probably gonna be useful. Oh man. This draft went downhill very quickly. I'll do the Gnoll Hunter. I'll just risk it, I think. Okay, and then... Creatures can control +1/+1 and gain vigilance until the end of turn. That's not a horrible idea. Boon with when you cast your next creature, play Perpetual gets +1/+0. Equipped creature gets +0/+2 and has protection from whenever a creature attacks, the creature gets +1/+0. If it has the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, equip one. Okay, do I get a very big hitter again, or do I go smaller? Or do I get a different big hitter in Devoted Paladin? Let's do Devoted Paladin. Just, like, adding another white is now probably the decent choice anyway. Right. Uh... Ooh, good question, huh? 3-0 exactly. Now I'm, yeah, 8-16, and yeah, now I'm in the good, in the balance of these, so it doesn't really matter too hard, I think. Five target permanent cards from your graveyard and separate them into 2 piles. An opponent chooses one of those piles, put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. I kind of like this one. It is a little situational, though, there is that. Another Devoted Paladin. I just worry that it's gonna be too expensive, but I guess just that's the risk we do, because I do have Druidic Ritual already. Alright, Dawnbringer, Cleric, or Thieves' Tools. I kind of like the treasure token, though. This one would help me destroy target enchantment if I get lucky, though. Yeah, I like the Dawnbringer Cleric, though. I don't get it, like, do I not do, like, land at some point? I really don't understand this. I'm quite confused by this. Well, I guess the game will tell me eventually. Baldur's Gate. Actually, I do want this, though. Come on, it's called Baldur's Gate. I have to get it, right? I have to get Baldur's Gate. Really? How could I get anything else than Baldur's Gate? I have to have Baldur's Gate. It's just for this, like, I get every card I choose. I have to have Baldur's Gate in my collection. Really? Come on. I don't care. I have to. There's probably good cards in here I could choose. I have to have Baldur's Gate. Really? Come on. Alright. Another Sarevok. Ooh. Now that is the question, huh? Another Sarevok. I kinda like it, yeah. Another Sarevok would be quite cool. Every creature plus 2 plus 0 and gains first strike until different up to one other creature plus against lifelink until the end of turn. Choices, choices, choices. Yeah, let's do Sarevok. What else am I gonna do? Priest of Ancient Lore is not horribly bad. Nefarious Imp, I've been wondering about that for a while. I already have a Pegasus Guardian. When Chain Devil enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. Hook Horror. I have an Inspiring Bard already. Nefarious Imp sounds like it could be useful. Ghost Lantern, whenever you creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on an equip. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Right. Druid of Emerald Grove. When Druid of Emerald Grove enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and reveal them, then roll d20. Put those cards into your hand and shuffle. Put one of those cards into the battlefield, tap and the other into your hand, shuffle. Actually, yeah, let's actually grab the Druid, probably. Dragon Vassal. Skanos, another target attacking creature plus X+0 until the end of turn, access Skanos' power. I kind of like this. I need the mana anyway. Jade Orb of Dragonkind again. Mace of Disruption. Follow the Tracks. Conjure a card of your choice from the Follow the Tracks spellbook onto the battlefield. Interesting. What does that actually have them? All of the gates. Now that is weird, huh? Huh, that is weird. You may mill 3 cards or your card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Another Deadly Dispute might be better. Lurking Roper doesn't untap during your untap whenever you gain life. Untap Lurking Roper, right? It's a good blocker as well, though. Monk of the Open Hand. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on. Yeah, that could be good. And discard. Oh, discarding cards. Absolutely. Hells yeah. Gnoll Hunter, Hook Horror, or now the Ranger. Do you believe? What's my current 3.1? I want to be at least no more than 3.2. Beginning of your end step, if permanent control left the battlefield. That could add up though. I think that might be better. Another, yeah. I really like these for sure. Iron Golem, Underdark Basilisk, Rally Maneuver. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. Up to one other target creature gets 0/0 against lifelink. Maybe. Either that or Death Touch. What's my current, 9/9/17. That's actually a pretty good balance, though. Kinda nice. I don't have much quickness, though. I think the Underdark Basilisk might be pretty good. Ooh. Hmm. What did the Pegasus say again? At the beginning, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn. Actually, the Hook Horror might be useful with the Pegasus. Iron Golem, when you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, you gain 2 life. I don't have a lot of dragons, though. I don't even think I have any. So that's not a much of a thing. I have like one, the really big one. The Dread Linorn. But I wouldn't really count on that. Yeah, I think the Inspiring Bard is better. $3.2. That's really expensive, though. That is the problem. Well, I mean, no. The Scaled Nurturer still gives mana in some form, right? Uh, what else do you want from me? But now we're 40 in. I don't understand. I don't...
Good to see you again.
No. Confusing is confusing. I don't get, like, why... Right. Uh... Oh, so now do I now, man, this is confusing. No one ever bothered to explain this stuff to me. Okay, so if I do black and green... Oh, sorry. Cool. Anyway, so if I just do black and green... Because that's the bigger number of the stuff I have. Man, game is confusing. I really don't know if I have the... Like, maybe if a game goes on and on and on, the 7 mana thing could work, but I think the Baleful Beholders would be good enough to get stuff done. Okay, so the Hook Horror is probably not really useful now that we don't really use the Pegasus Guardians, apparently. I'm not an extremely big fan of the Inspiring Bards either, probably. And then if I get rid of Follow the Tracks, now we'll 3 in 8, 8, 8, 16. Why is it like 8, 16 total? So it does 17 mana. What's that in percentages then? $42.5 chance to draw mana in each turn. I don't know, it sounds like a lot. I think I'll remove one of the lands eventually. Summon Undead seems kind of expensive. I don't know if that's what I want to do. Hmm. Oh, but I have only one Baleful Beholder. I need heavy hitters for sure. For some reason I thought I might have 2 of them, but I don't. Okay, I think just one Thieves' Tools is probably enough. Armor of Shadows is a big question mark. Non-creatures creatures is kinda close, at least. I really don't want to get rid of Demogorgon's Clutches because I do want to disrupt what they do. I have decent cards to pull land at least. Okay, so drop 2 cards. One of them is a land and the other one... Armor of Shadows maybe, but... Nefarious Imp isn't super interesting anymore now that I kind of don't live to lose people, you know? Yeah, let's drop that. Drop that and drop 1 forest. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Unless I drop Baldur's Gate. I guess Baldur's Gate isn't super interesting as long as I don't have very many gates, do I? And then add one of the lands back, which is probably a swamp. Hold on. Swamp, 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 7 of these. 8 of these, actually, yeah. And 7 forests. It's either that or the Bob Ross forest. I do like the Bob Ross forest as well. Actually, yeah, let's do Bob Ross forests. Why not, right? Hold on, where was it again? Bob Ross forests. This is an important bit, yes. I might have missed. There, that's the Bob Ross forest I have. It's fun. Happy accidents, you know? And Bob Ross swamps. Yeah, let's do a Bob Ross vibe today, because I feel like the games are gonna end in tears, so might as well do a happy accidents vibe all around. That one. Okay, so 16, right? 16 lands. That means the chance for land altogether is 40. That's surely enough, right? And I have some decent cards in here to draw better land if I need it. Average 2.8. It's probably okay. My one weakness is slightly less creatures than I'd like, but it has a good bunch of discard cards for the other person. So I think it's hopefully gonna work, right? Cool. Okay, let's do this in the next video, though, because I've been doing this for a long time. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed and you've watched in horror how terrible of a deck I've made here. But let's do this. Let's go. And I hope you've enjoyed. Hit that like button like it's the face of a Demogorgon. Yes. And see you in the next one. Cool.